Am I going out of my mind, or are all the stars moving?
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip 5 back again with another creepy video compilation. Let's jump right into the video, y'all.
Is where I live. This right here is the Appalachian Mountains. Let me show you why we stay out of the woods. This was caught on my parents' neighbor's trail cam that is set up over their deer feeder. And that's what you see, deer feeder, deer running away. But this, Josh, this is why you got those comments. What is that? Anybody want to tell me what that is? Let me zoom in for you. So yeah, that is why we stay out of the woods. That is why we do not go wandering around the woods at night alone. That is why we keep walking if we are out alone and something says our name. That right there is why we stay out of the Appalachian Mountains. I hope that helps, and sorry for the nightmares.
Hey, is it really like that in the Appalachian Mountains? If you live there and you would experience anything in that area, comment below. I'm pretty sure we all want to know. You know, there's multiple stories of different creatures being out there. Would you guys explore those woods and see what's out there?
Y'all gonna think I'm fucking crazy. I'm walking down the street, walking back from the store. There's this guy probably about 15 feet behind me. And you know how you can tell someone's walking behind you? I look back, and he's just fucking looking at me. He stops when I stop. So I walk forward a little bit. You know, I keep walking like that. And I said, fuck this shit, man. I turn around and I go, what? What's your fucking problem? I swear to God, on my mother's grave, this guy's eyes was jet fucking black. Jet fucking black. He stood there smiling like that, man. I fucking turned around, I fucking ran. I said, fuck this shit, dude. Fuck this shit. I come home. I'm sitting out there where my street is. Like that fucking corner right there by the stop sign, that motherfucker was standing right fucking there, dude. Come in here, get my gun, look out again, he's gone. That dude was not fucking human.
You've got to be kidding me. Now we need Justin Bieber to say Kinnigan so that we know he isn't actually a shapeshifter, because this latest report out of Australia, of all places, claims that like 100 people saw him at an airport. It's always an airport with these shapeshifters. They saw him turn into a lizard person, basically, and there was like 100 people, and it was in the news.
The Australian news site Perth Now allegedly released a report claiming hundreds of fans saw JB shapeshift into a giant lizard at Perth Airport. The alleged report even had quotes from people like a local skater who claimed bodyguards tried to cover JB mid-transformation and threatened to kick people's teeth in if they didn't put their phones.
As for my opinion on all of this, I think that we really need to make this word Kinnigan more mainstream so that people know about it throughout the whole country, so that when we do come across somebody who is acting out of the ordinary, we ask them to say this word, and if they don't say it correctly, if they start like grumbling when they say it, it means that they are likely a reptilian shapeshifter. So if more people knew about this, we could get the word around and have people actually say the words so that we know that they're human and don't just disappear.
Shit, if you don't believe in aliens, I don't know what to tell you. There's multiple stories out there that show you why they are real and how they live amongst us with so much ease. You couldn't even tell the difference. You know, Justin Bieber literally made it to the news. In my opinion, I don't think they would just put out a full story like that.
This entire life you live is just a show that was set up by a handful of families. This finna be the deepest video you've seen all year. They just want to control everything you do so that they stay in power. Screenshot this, because I'm finna take it off the screen. They start you out by putting you through school to wring out all of your critical thinking and your creativity. John D. Rockefeller said he want a land of workers, not thinkers. And they only want workers so y'all can work on the things that they need y'all to work on to keep them in power without questioning it. If you thinking, you gonna question what you doing. I don't know if the people that run this world care or not, but this is what it looks like when you strip all of the creativity and critical thinking and joy and happiness out of somebody and turn them into a worker. What's even crazier about all of this, all the people in politics are damn near related. The reason why they chose Obama to be the first black president is because he was the only black person that was related to them. Think I'm lying? Watch this.
That President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins and they're grandsons of John Lachlan.
Y'all gotta wake up and free yourselves. Just start getting more creative, bro. Produce things from your heart. Learn how to take care of yourself. And you gonna be alright in this whole shit show.
You know, that was just a deep little video. Do your research on what he's saying, and I bet you'll go down a never-ending rabbit hole. You know, this is what reality has turned into, and this has been going on for decades. They even came up with a term called conspiracy theorists for people who think outside the box. You know, they just want you to think regular like everybody else, because thinking regular keeps the system running.
Look at this photo and tell me what you see. If you see what looks like silhouettes of people on the second floor, you're not alone. There's also a video of what looks like someone walking around inside that I just recently came across. Now, if you don't know the significance behind this, or you just have no idea what I'm talking about, this is the Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana. It was built by enslaved people back in 1859, okay? And even after the plantation was done operating on the backs of enslaved people, it was then turned into what was, disturbingly enough, called a plantation resort. A plantation resort. A wedding venue. I don't know who would want to get married at a place with history like this, but just recently, on May 15th, it burnt to the ground. Now, they've investigated to find what the cause of the fire was, and they believe it was just electrical issues, but the photo that I'm showing you was snapped while it was engulfed in flames, and it had a lot of people talking. There are a lot of people that have been pointing out what looks like figures on the balcony of the top floor. And now I've been seeing a lot of comments saying that the souls of those enslaved people have finally been freed, and that we're being shown evidence of that by this photo right here.
Everything in here has been taken from some place where people were either killed or maimed or so many ways. So it's tragic for me, you know, to even go in. People are very, very interested in the museum. And there's some people that are afraid to even go in. Right here is a conjuring mirror. Everything and anything in here we have investigated. Don't ever touch anything. And if you do, let me know. This is the worst thing in here. It's that doll. I'm not gonna stare at it though.
And that's the one that's sort of depicted a little bit in this movie, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's the Annabelle doll.
Why she says she not gonna stare at it? Then they put the doll right in the camera face. Like, I don't want to see that shit. But you know what people are saying is that they moved this Annabelle doll to Louisiana, and right after they moved the doll to Louisiana, that plantation just happened to burn down. Is she the cause of it? There's multiple stories out there about that haunted doll, and they even made movies about it. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments.
The CIA is working over fucking time, because what do you mean y'all fucking around and moving the Annabelle doll? Who the fuck told you move Anna Banana? Annabelle? Did anyone ask Ed and Lorraine Warren? I don't fucking think so. So why are we moving that bitch around? And I get it. Oh, Ed and Lorraine used to take her on tour. Used to, bitch. Used to. Go put her the fuck back in that motherfucking conjuring house. Are y'all out of y'all mind? The CIA is working. Not only that, but why the fuck did nobody tell me Annabelle was actually a Raggedy Ann doll? That bitch is a Raggedy. The scariest doll known to man is a Raggedy Ann doll. It has also come to my attention that some people don't know the real origin of Annabelle. So, baby, go get your blankets. Let's get into it. This is her. This is Miss Queen. Yeah, not to be fucked with, not to be played with. Miss Anna Banana is based on real events. Like, this shit really went down. Like, no cap in my rap is real. That's Miss Warren, okay? Yeah, she is hung in a box with a cross. And it says absolutely positively, don't fucking touch this hoe. So the real origin of Annabelle is that in 1971, there were 2 student nurses. The 28-year-old nurse, and they were both in Hartford, Connecticut. There was another nurse who remains mysterious. Like, no one knows who the other nurse is, bitch. I wouldn't want nobody to know who I am either. Received Miss Annabelle, or that raggedy ass Ann doll I just showed you, the haunted one. She received it as a fucking gift. It's 3 feet tall, by the way. A couple of nights after the nurse, who we shall not name, receives this gift, basically they noticed weird shit happening. Occurrences in general areas of the doll. The doll would move, the doll would play tricks, but they just chalked it up, because they're nurses. They went through psychology. They know what the fucking episode is. It was nothing. So then they began to play with the doll. They said, you know what, the doll's moving. Why not play with it? Slowly became a tradition of who can pull off the best gag, which would be hiding it. Who can hide it the best? Who can scare the other person the best with a haunted doll? Of course, Miss Annabelle started playing too, right? So the 2 nurses, they stopped because they were freaked out. But Miss Annabelle said she was not done, and she started popping up in places she was not supposed to be. So these bitches were scared. They like, okay, if you're not doing it, I'm not doing it. Who the fuck is doing it? After that, the nurses were frightened, and basically they believed that they were prey of otherworldly and demonic forces. They flew to a medium, and the medium proclaimed that the doll was hunted by a girl by the name of Annabelle. Not only did this bitch keep playing with the doll, but they decided to hold an occult ritual that basically was a fucking seance with this doll. Check for spirits and verify the medium's initial findings. And Annabelle was a 5-year-old kid who had once been struck and killed by a car right outside the fucking nurse's apartment, who got the doll. What did they do? They started treating the doll like a child. She kept the doll. They said, oh, the medium, it's not really demonic or nothing like that. It's just a little girl. Okay. So what did they do? They started buying it toys, clothes, jewelry, candy, and actually treating it as a living child. Basically, the nurse who got the doll and Annabelle became inseparable. But the loving nature of this relationship, it didn't last. The nurses began to hear knocking sounds in their house. They saw something worming in the walls, moving. They saw the lights go red. It was getting bad. The beds were shaking, rattling. Temperature was cold. The doll would turn its face around. It was getting bad. It was getting bad. Basically, that bitch drove everybody crazy. I'm going to tell y'all the rest of the story because I'm already at 3 minutes, and 3 minutes don't do well. But yeah, so the fact that they're moving it to a display place to show people oh, let's come fuck with the doll. I don't think we should do that. That's how she got started. Somebody moved her when they were supposed to. Bitch, put the doll back. Put the doll back.
Come on. Okay. So currently in there. I ordered DoorDash because my sister and the kids are gone for tonight. I'm here by myself. The kids had football practice, so they had to go do their own thing. Thank you. So I ordered DoorDash, and I heard it knock. Oh my God, she's still fucking standing there.
Schaut mal, meine lieben Neugierigen. Ich bin hier in der Nähe vom Kraftwerk Hoyerswerda. Und dann seht ihr mal, wie die Wolken machen. Also Brandenburg werden Wolken gemacht. Die ziehen dann übers ganze Land und dann regnet es. Also die Kraftwerke sind nicht da zum Strom machen, sondern zum Wolken machen. Das ist ein Wolkenkraftwerk. Ja.
Hold on, y'all. Is that a real cloud? If so, how did it even get that low? I never seen a cloud that low before. And in the previous videos, you literally seen them creating these clouds. All of this shit is man-made just to block out the sun.
I have some disturbing news. If you want to hear it, sit through this. If not, it's okay if you leave. I don't know if you guys watched a video that I put out maybe last week about a dream that I had where I saw it looked like the grid was either resetting itself or falling. And now, because I have this ability where I can hear or feel plants and animals and like everything that's living, I'm connected to it. So I hear the plants telling me that the weather is about to become really, really unpredictable. Like I know that I think a tornado just hit St. Louis, North St. Louis. And the plants are like I'm watching them. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick. See, they're right here and I'm sitting in my car and they didn't tone down a lot now that I'm showing you guys. But it's like the wind. Okay, they're starting to talk again. You see? Now, where you guys may just see that as wind, that's communication to me. So that's communication to me because the wind is passing through the leaves of the tree and sending out a frequency. So please pay attention. Also, somewhere is a massive portal open. I'm trying to feel where it's a matter. Dakota, something about Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota. It's a massive portal open, but kind of like in the middle of nowhere, where it's not going to be noticeable. So pay attention to whatever's coming out of North Dakota and South Dakota. But the weather is about to become really, really crazy, and it's a huge portal open. So if y'all are spiritually awake and spiritually in tune with this, tell me if you agree.
So Julia dived into cave and disappear for 3 years. When Julia was found, she wasn't alone. She was discovered deep in the forest, barefoot, shivering, and covered in algae and strange black markings, ones that looked almost tribal. But no one had put them there, not even Julia. She was malnourished, pale, and her eyes were unusually wide, as if stuck in a permanent state of fear. Doctors said her vitals were normal, but something about her presence felt wrong. At first, Julia refused to speak. She'd stare blankly at walls, whisper to herself, or suddenly scream when near water. But one night, she finally told the police what happened. She said the cave didn't end, it descended, narrower and darker, until she dropped into an underwater tunnel. When she surfaced, she wasn't in the ocean anymore. She was in a vast chamber. It had glowing plants and strange symbols etched into the walls, symbols that pulsed like they were alive. She wasn't alone down there. She described tall, thin beings with long limbs, no faces, and skin that shimmered like wet stone. They didn't speak, but she said they filled her mind with memories that weren't hers. Civilizations buried beneath oceans, sacrifices, warnings, a world beneath this one. She tried to escape, but time didn't work the same in that place. What felt like days to her was 3 years here. Eventually, they let her go, or maybe sent her back. The last thing she told investigators before vanishing from the hospital was this: the cave is a mouth, and it's hungry. That caves still remain a mystery.
Hey, you know they recently just confirmed that underwater is space. You know, even though spiritual folks been saying this for years. What if when she went deep sea diving in that cave, she entered a different dimension or something? There's even people out there who claim they were taken by mermaids, and this same exact thing happened to them.
Well, have you seen this? A shocking discovery in an upscale Rhode Island neighborhood. Police finding human remains on the beach near pop star Taylor Swift's beachfront home. Police say they suspect no foul play after transferring the human leg bone to the medical examiner, as fears grow of the potential New England serial killer. Yikes. John?
All right. Well,
Person who can see has an advantage. A lot of earth angels are on this earth right now. They walk in this earth and they are amongst us. Everything you do to them is a test. God places these people right up in your path, and 9 times out of 10, they don't look like the wisdom, the blessings, or the light that they actually are. They are disguised. It's Eshu. They like to test you. Eshu likes to test you. It's a disguise. It's a test. It is a test. So when you come across this person, how the fuck are you going to treat them? You come across a very kind, genuine, decent person? Are you going to take their kindness for a weakness and try to shit on them? Are you going to use them all the way up and discard them and talk shit about them? What are you going to do when you come across an earth angel? Everything you do is going to fall back on you. The person carry karma, baby. You got to be more careful. I just advise everybody to be a good person because you don't know who you fucking with.
Hey, if you spiritual, you know what she's saying is facts. People do enter your life just to test you, whether it's good or bad. But some of these high-ranking beings can be in a form in this realm that you wouldn't suspect. It could be somebody homeless. It could be someone who's close to you. You just never know.
I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew. And then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store just running out in a direction. So, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew. And we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blankie, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us and then we see these 3 9-10 foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew. Everyone, all of us stopped in our track. We, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching. Not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, I was about 20 feet away, because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And, they're tall. So we all just looked at them. They were just standing there. And the thing that was a little bit weird, it was clearly observing us. It was sentient, right? Or whatever. I don't know. But, it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd. And then as soon as it started walking with its big legs,
this story was just swept under the rug. It's almost like it didn't even happen. It was literally hundreds of cop cars out there when that incident happened. Hundreds. That's a lot. And I don't think they would just come out there for no reason if it wasn't serious. In my opinion, I think everybody who witnessed it probably got hit with that Men in Black flash and erased all of their memories. Because there's no way no one recorded it or even talking about it on the internet.
This is crazy. Guys, this is crazy. Does anybody know what's happening? Do you guys know? Holy crap, it's like a light show. It's all over the place. This is out of control. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Am I going out of my mind or are all the stars moving? This is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing. this man.
हे भगवान बाप रे बाप रुक जाओ कोना में एकदम कोना
Oh my God. It's just some shit that I would get into. A fucking
See, this is the type of footage you normally wouldn't see. Tornadoes and hurricanes just been going crazy lately. What's up with that? You know, hopefully everyone made it out of there safely. That's an experience that would never leave your mind.
Come on, bruh. Why would you even risk the rest of your life like that? It looked like they already ate half of you, and you went back in to give them some more. It's like you don't care about your life. I'm very much convinced. You barely made it out the first time. All you got left is shoulders and barely a torso. I don't even know if you got a wee-wee left. But they finna take the rest of you up through there, I'm telling you. If living life to the fullest was a person, it would be him. He about to be over with, though.
Don't mind me. I just woke up for my middle of the night drink of water, and it occurred to me that maybe the reason why the United States has never, ever truly taken care of our veterans is because our veterans are the ones who would be the most capable of creating, leading, organizing a revolution. You taught them all those skills, and now you won't take care of them, so they can't use them anywhere except to your advantage.
Things that make you go, maybe that is true. Why don't they support the veterans? And these people put their life on the line for the country. But you know, that's the end of the video though, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys sub to the channel if you haven't already. We out, y'all. See you in the next video.